Welcome back, focused learners. If you've ever felt, totally overwhelmed by the sheer volume of digital tools and tasks you're juggling every single day, well, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're diving into a brand new explainer on how to literally transform Notion into a centralized, unified hub for all your work. So let's just get right into it. Okay, be honest with me for a second. Are you currently drowning in browser tabs? Do you suffer from that intense cognitive overload of having like a dozen scattered sticky notes physically attached to your monitor? Or maybe you've got 10 different chat threads open with yourself across various apps just to remember your grocery list and project deadlines. We have absolutely all been there. Our digital workspaces have gotten incredibly chaotic, and frankly, it's exhausting. Just think about the reality of modern work for a second. We are constantly bouncing between dozens of applications. You check a task in your project manager, then you open a separate app for your calendar, jump to a completely different browser window for your notes, and then head over to Slack or email. Every single time you switch contexts, you pay a tax on your focus. It ruins our concentration, it drains our energy, but there is a way out. So here is our blueprint for today. 1. Escaping the tab chaos. 2. The empty apartment metaphor. 3. Building your central dashboard. 4. Embedding your favorite tools. 5. Automating the busy work. And finally, 6. Your ultimate productivity hub. We are going to methodically furnish this digital workspace step by step. All right, Section 1, Escaping the tab chaos, the cost of digital clutter. Moving on to Section 2, the empty apartment metaphor. Rethinking your digital workspace. To truly solve this digital clutter problem, we need a massive paradigm shift in how we actually view our productivity tools. We're moving away from tools that dictate how we should work and moving toward tools that adapt to how we want to work. And this comparison brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. Let's look at the difference between a traditional app like Evernote and a workspace like Notion. Evernote is kind of like a convenient drawer. You quickly toss a note, maybe a receipt or a random idea inside, close the drawer, and just rely on its powerful search function to find it later. It's fast for sure, but it's really just storage. Notion, on the other hand, is like an empty apartment. When you first open it up, you're given a completely blank floor plan. It is entirely up to you to mindfully furnish it, build out the rooms, and arrange the layout so it perfectly suits your own habits. Yes, it takes a little more time to set up initially, but the freedom and the structure it provides, absolutely unmatched. Which brings us to Section 3. Building your central dashboard, laying the foundation. Let's actually start laying the foundation of our digital apartment and build out your central dashboard. The secret here is a concept known as the one-page setup. But what exactly is a dashboard in this context? Well, think of it as your ultimate digital desk. It's a highly functional, incredibly simple, one-page setup that centralizes everything you need. Your tasks, your ongoing projects, a clear calendar view, and, this is critical, 1 to 3 daily focus goals. The entire purpose of this dashboard is just to keep you grounded. When people first try to use Notion, they often get totally lost building these overly complex databases with dozens of linked properties. Your dashboard prevents all of that. It pulls all the actionable, vital information right to the surface so you always know exactly what to do next. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Listen to this quote from a user on the Notion subreddit talking about how they simplify their life. They said, "Tasks and journal database. One dashboard to combine them, the end." I absolutely love this because it proves such a vital point. The most effective systems prioritize absolute simplicity over complicated, convoluted tracking. You do not need 20 different trackers to be productive. You literally just need a unified view of your most important work. So, how do we physically build this thing? It's remarkably simple. Step 1. Create a top-level page in your workspace, just a totally blank page. Step 2. Use Notion's column feature to arrange your layout side by side and utilize toggle blocks for your subsections. Now notice the toggle trick here. This is a real game changer. By putting bulky information inside toggles that you can just open and close at will, you save a massive amount of screen space. This is a fantastic trick for when you're viewing your setup on the mobile app. It totally saves you from that endless vertical scrolling. And step 3, simply drag and drop your tasks directly under the specific projects they belong to. No complex database relations are required when you're just starting out. Visually grouping tasks under projects on one single page instantly clears up that mental clutter. Section 4. Embedding your favorite tools. Bringing in the utilities. Now, a true central dashboard eliminates the need to ever leave the app. Instead of going out to find your tools, you bring your tools inside. Just look at these incredible static embeds you can place directly onto your Notion page. You can paste a link to your Google Calendar and view your whole weekly schedule right next to your task list. Or are you a designer? Embed a live Figma mockup so you can actually see your designs while you're taking notes. You can even embed YouTube videos that are fully playable directly on the page, which is perfect for educational tutorials or reference material. You can also bring in live Google Sheets or Airtable data. By bringing all these tools onto a single page, you instantly cure your tab fatigue. Your entire visual workflow is consolidated in just one place. All right, section 5, automating the busy work, adding the magic touch. So we've built a really beautiful static setup, right? But to make this dashboard a dynamic, living system, we need to add a little touch of magic by connecting external utilities that work behind the scenes. This is where dynamic automations come into play. By setting up connections through services like Zapier or Make, you allow Notion to communicate seamlessly with hundreds of other platforms without you having to lift a finger. For example, you can set up a workflow where anytime you accept a meeting in Google Calendar, Zapier automatically sends that data right into Notion and creates a new entry in your Actions database. It's happening completely in the background. This ensures your dashboard is always up to date and that absolutely nothing slips through the cracks, perfectly bridging the gap between your external communications and your internal workspace. The crucial point here is that this dashboard becomes way more than just software. It becomes a keystone habit. Now, a keystone habit is a primary habit that acts as a catalyst for the development of multiple other good habits. By making the deliberate choice to interact with this single automated dashboard every single morning, it becomes the anchor for your entire day. It automatically triggers your prioritization habit, your focus habit, and your time management habit. It quite literally locks your entire productivity system into place. Section 6, your ultimate productivity hub. Final thoughts. Let's wrap up our apartment build and kind of zoom out to look at this beautifully furnished, unified workspace we've created together. You've gone from a scattered, chaotic mess of browser tabs to a serene, centralized hub. As we finish up, I really want you to remember the core philosophy that echoes across all the experts and sources we've looked at today. The best productivity system is the one you actually return to every single day. Seriously, you can have all the fancy database relations, automations, and integrations in the world, but if your system isn't comfortable, simple, and inviting enough to use on a daily basis, it's useless. That is exactly why the one-page dashboard approach is so incredibly effective. It reduces the friction of just getting started. So I leave you with this. Imagine you're standing in the doorway of your brand new, completely empty digital apartment. You have the floor plan, you know the layout, and you have all the tools at your disposal. What are you going to furnish it with first? I challenge you to open up a blank page today, add a few columns, embed your calendar, and just start building. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Stay focused, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.